Hey guys, welcome to the Conjuring House. Grandma? Is that you?
Oh.
Warning, the investigations in this video are done so by professionals. So for your safety and the safety of those around you, do not attempt any of the things you're about to see without proper knowledge and protection from the spiritual realm. Actual evidence of paranormal caught on camera. Viewer discretion is advised.
Psalm 23:4. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
What's up, guys? Ghost Riders here. Special announcement. You guys asked for it. We provided it. Guys, the merch is now available. Click on this, scan this with your phone to get to the link.
And all our material is high-end quality, so go buy your shirts, your hats, your sweatshirts, your crew necks. You know, we got baby stuff, coffee mugs, and totes. Please go and support us by buying something, because all this money that we get from it goes into future investigations and to get better equipment. So thank you.
Yep, help support your friendly neighborhood Ghost Riders, guys. We appreciate you. We love you. We love that you're on this journey with us. We'll see you next time.
Hey guys, welcome to the Ghost Riders. Today we're going to be reacting to the Conjuring House best moments, and we're going to be going into detail for those moments. So, until then, let's get started.
So, where are we going, Wes?
The Conjuring House.
Last ever order call for
Going to the Conjuring House.
Oh my god, I don't even remember these. Those guys. Do the Conjuring House.
Oh, yeah, we're such dorks.
We're ridiculous. No, that's messed up. Who got me sleeping? My 30-minute.
The private jet that we just took.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it costs a lot of money, but
Yeah.
We got into it.
Yep.
that's pretty cool, though.
It is.
Your touchdown.
Touchdown.
Mid-air, we went to one of the Kennedy space shuttles, so this is only us and the pilots at this point. So
Yeah.
Boston looks really pretty.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, well, being in a different city. A little
so
freaked
far.
out because
Yeah.
right there is Bathsheba Sherman's grave. The truth. So,
That was cold.
so
That's what
stick
it was.
around.
It
We're
was
gonna have
very
some
cold.
questions. We're gonna have some fun. Stay tuned, guys.
all right, you remember the? I don't remember hearing this bell at all, right?
No, me
You-
neither.
He didn't hear it. You
No.
didn't hear it. We did get the same exact bell from like Franklin Ghost Town, and then also, well, no, I heard the one at Franklin Ghost Town. Then we got the same exact one at Devil's Tower, and that was one that Brandon heard.
I think I heard that too at Devil's Tower.
And we heard one at the Olala Cemetery.
We also heard one at Franklin. Did you say Franklin Ghost Town?
No,
Yeah, Franklin Ghost
no,
Town.
I did.
Yeah, so it's strange. We keep on hearing
The
bells.
sound.
Yeah,
I don't know
but
what
none
that
of
means.
us heard. None of us heard this one.
No.
I
Yeah,
mean,
hear
well,
any of
it was
them.
just like the same one at Franklin Ghost Town when you took us out
yeah,
on our
we're,
little
12-mile
yeah.
and
We're
him
trying
and
to
I-
find the graveyard.
Yeah, him and I, we heard giant footsteps, and then you heard a growl,
Yeah.
but I heard this
You heard a
bell, but in the woods, and I couldn't figure out where it was. But yeah, we heard two separate things, but Yeah, that was crazy. Just actually hearing the bell in here.
It'll be interesting to see if we hear that further. If not, I want to look into that.
That's so weird.
It's incredibly weird.
Is that you, Bathsheba?
That's right on her grave.
That's right on your grave. We're here to ask you a few questions.
Yeah. Is Bathsheba here? Bathsheba Sherman? Is she here?
Yes. Oh.
Yes.
Those lights. That was the first time.
That was the first
you've seen
time.
those lights go off ever.
Yeah.
And that was the weirdest thing to ever have seen that.
And East Coast is so old. I wonder if like the older the spirit, the more activity you get.
Yeah, just like the accumulation of energy and manifesting it.
And and these spirits were they were old, so but they had a lot of activity. We had a lot of activity with them.
I remember your guys' first reaction to the flashlights going off.
Oh, it was incredible.
It was like, whoa! Everyone just went.
Well, I've never
insane.
seen we've been doing this and we've never had that happen.
Yeah.
And so to be able to put it on video where the flashlights actually it was like oh my god.
Well, not only on video, just to see it.
Well, just to
in
see
person,
it, yeah,
it's
but, like,
weird.
We never.
I mean, even Brandon got super excited.
Yeah,
To see it.
well,
It was the coolest thing.
and it was answering us too.
It was.
Yes, no, and there were you could tell there were multiple spirits just but it was a lot of fun.
And if you guys want to watch that full access video, you got to go to our Facebook, subscribe for just $1 a month. Again, it's for exclusive content that you guys will be getting, such as lives, shorts, some other stuff that
We don't show to just anybody.
Yeah, so go and subscribe on Facebook. Again, it's just $1, and it helps us with buying equipment and maybe going to new haunted locations and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
places that you guys want us to go to. So it's awesome.
So if you could just help us out, share our content and all that. Let's get back into the video. Alrighty, guys, we are on our way to the Conjuring House.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, baby.
Go to the merch shop.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh,
The
nice
merch
plug.
shop.
Nice plug.
Go there, get some of your cool ass swag that we have. Can you see it? There you go. That's
All
right,
right,
there you
boys. Make light and drink
Infrared.
hot. For tonight, we died in hell.
Oh, jeez. Sparta.
Hey, that was in the movie 300, right?
Yeah, 300.
That's copyrighted.
Okay. No, wait. I didn't even think about this, but remember you
we
said
got
300 in the Estus method.
Oh my god. Yes.
You literally
That's
said
weird.
300, but
I mean, it could have been 300 spirits there or whatever, but
or just 300.
Yeah, they've been watching Spartacus.
All right, let's get into the video.
Jeez, dude, you scared me.
got you, punk.
Man, I hate it that you guys did that to me.
You
And
did
put
it,
me in
man.
the basement.
Well,
In the house by myself for 15 minutes.
you wouldn't have done it if you didn't.
No, you see what outside? I would have done it by myself. No!
All right. So how were you feeling in that moment, being in the Conjuring House by yourself?
I was scared.
Well,
I didn't
mean,
know.
you did have Brandon there.
Yeah, I was
I didn't know
upstairs.
no one was there because I was upstairs and I went through the whole house and I was like, nobody's up here. And then I came down to the second level, like the middle level, and I was like, nobody was on here. I didn't see no one in the library or the other rooms. And I was like, because I already told him, I was like, I'm not going in that basement by myself. And next thing you know, I had to go into the basement with just one other person in there. So that was not very fun.
Imagine if we would have done our actual idea of everyone in the house by themselves.
Oh.
And that was just our cue to just be like, instead of you being down in the basement, Brandon,
was
you would
just
have gone
me.
outside.
No, I would have cried.
Well, we had that thought where we all left and just Wes was by himself in the house, but we didn't want to be that mean.
That was messed up.
All right, let's get into the video.
Can you give us a sign? Can you make your presence known?
Oh, it like appears and then it goes. Do you see it?
Yeah, it comes
It
from a
appears.
chair.
When it appears, it just appears.
Yeah, so comes from the chair, and then at some point it goes back to the chair, right?
Yeah, right after that, it shoots back the other way. But I just thought that was crazy because it almost looks like a hand or something. Same with how Alex had that hand appear on his shoulder at Devil's Tower. It was that same kind of thing right on the edge of the chair, and then the two orbs just shot across.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, dude, I'm pretty sure it's locked.
Why you look so defeated, man?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, it's not a good feeling.
I didn't lock it, bro.
All right, well, let's do our stuff. So we are currently locked in the basement.
So when I shut that door and it locked,
Do you think it was a ghost that locked us in? Or is
No.
what happened? Like,
well, so they tell you that the doors are very finicky, and if you shut it too hard, that it could cause the doors to lock or whatnot.
Okay. It
But-
was stuck for a while, like the door.
Yeah, so when I shut it, I remember I shut it pretty light, and it shouldn't have locked, right? But I was like, I just remember my butthole almost fell out. Because I was so scared.
I already told me, I think we're locked in. I'm like, I was trying to be cool about it, you know. I'm
You
like,
see your face in it,
I'm
bro.
like,
You
well,
look-
why the hell did you do that? But I had a blast with you down there. It was fun.
Oh, yeah.
I know, what the heck?
Oh. Was that the crooked neck lady?
Was that the crooked neck lady?
Oh, dude, that was insane.
No. In the name of Jesus Christ, you cannot get it.
So
What was going through your mind when that?
I just thought that was f***ing insane.
Yeah.
How it said when you're like, hey, is that the crooked neck lady?
Yeah.
Is that the crooked neck lady? And then it immediately said, I'll get you.
I mean, it was just like, what are the odds?
Yeah.
Of that, you know? And it was just like you've seen pictures of there's like little that the kids draw of like the crooked neck lady, you know, down on the is it the fridge or something like down there? Something.
Yeah. It's
And it's just like, you don't, this is like a woman you don't want to see. It would be great to catch her on camera, but you don't want to run into her. So it is scary. It's like, was that the crooked neck lady? And I will get you. And it's just like, whoa. It's just,
from
you know,
all the stuff that we're hearing down there too, like the hissing and the taps and the footsteps.
I
and all
heard a
this.
growl a couple times down there. I'm just like, I got to call on Jesus, man. We got to be protected because there's something down here that's
Mischievous.
mischievous.
What? Right when?
Environment.
Right what? Dude, I literally had it like this, and right when I had my back turned, the music box was going off. It's up in the air. Oh, yeah, it's facing that way. Like right.
It is facing that way. I thought that was you, but that wasn't. Oh, it's going off again.
I didn't know you guys. I don't remember seeing that.
Dude, that so in the, I don't know if they show it here, but like when we were walking, both of us heard it. It was like at the end of the hall, then like getting closer and then closer. We heard a tap, and then started walking back, and then like I was like in front of him, and then he had the music box facing, you know, behind us, and then it kept going off, and I'm like, oh, it's just us. He's like, no, look. And then it went off, and we were like, oh my God, that means like someone was literally right behind us, walking with us to the...
Smelling the back of your head.
Yeah, at the table, because we were going to sit down.
Well, we were walking to the table, and where I had it pointed was that long, creepy
the long
hallway.
corridor.
And right in that next room was that room that somebody showed us a video of that shadow head popping around.
That was insane.
But yeah, so for you guys that don't know, we had this on our live stream where I was in front of the birthing room and Brandon was recording. And I think Brandon heard like a creak or something like that behind him, so he turned around, and then as soon as he turned around, the music box started going off because it was pointing at the birthing room, and so as soon as he turned around to look at me, you know, and the music box just stopped playing as he like turned around and looked at it, so he wasn't able to catch it. And so we did this little theory of Brandon turning and looking the other way. The music box would go off. You turn back around, you know, and I'm sitting right next to Brandon.
Ghosts don't like to be filmed.
Yeah, and it was just insane. So as I picked up the music box and I had the camera turned away, I was walking back because I felt like something was walking behind me, and sure as crap, you know, that music box started going off. And
Sure as crap.
You know, I was like,
Never heard that one. Start using that one.
So that's what that was referring to, was whenever we didn't have the camera on the music box, it would just go off. So
that was cool though. What'd you hear?
Oh, you remember that?
What was that?
Did that not
It was
sound
a
like a
hissing.
hiss?
Yes.
Yes.
When we did the Estus method, I got
Like a snake.
I have cold chills right now. So, right before that, I heard a tap. Well, okay, so on the Spirit Talker app, it said altar, and then right after, there was a tap on, like, the window. So I turned around, and I was like looking, I was like, because I was trying to look through the window to see if it was Brandon or Wes or Channing or Rochelle just coming and tapping on the window.
That's when you two were just in the basement for 15
Yeah.
minutes? Okay.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you
was-
could hear this snake. It's just like,
Yeah.
and I was like, then I looked at Alex, and I was so freaked out during that
Oh
time.
yeah. Well, it's like Valak, you know.
Yes.
The demon of snakes. Just that goes
For legal
through your head.
reasons.
Whatever
For
it
legal
is.
reasons.
I'm not saying it was, but it's just, it was creepy. Whatever it was creepy.
I wasn't getting out that car. It was
Battle
too
here.
cold outside.
Yes, there was a battle here
Multiple.
many years ago. What was that, back in the 1600s?
Yeah.
What do you know of that battle?
1600s. Oh,
Yeah,
16.
16, yeah.
Maybe the battle they're talking about is when she got conjured there, trying to get the demon out of her. Like a spiritual warfare, spiritual battle.
Yeah.
It could that too.
Well, in the
It could mean anything.
1600s, there was the
King Phillips?
King Phillips. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the King Phillips.
Was it in the 1600s?
1600s? Yeah, it was with the Native Americans and the colonials.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like a smell right back there. It smells like sulfur.
Cross.
Cross. Yeah, we wear these crosses for protection.
Do you remember that smell
Yes.
down there? And I got it through multiple places in the house.
Yeah.
And it was, and
Because
it,
you said sulfur, and I just remember during that time, I'm like,
then it smelled
it
like a
smelled like rotten flesh.
flesh.
And
Yeah,
I didn't want to say anything.
I
and
know.
then-
I said it.
Yeah, and then you're like, yeah, it kind of smells like rotten flesh. And I was
Yeah.
like,
I
don't
wanted
think-
sulfur to be, but I'm like, I'm just gonna straight up say it, man.
Yeah.
And it's funny because if you watch the documentary of the Perrin family, they said there was a smell that it just this rotten smell. It smelled like that, and it ended up being that malevolent spirit, whatever you want to call it. But
Well, I thought it was odd that it brought up cross right after you smelt that, because that smell has been associated with evil spirits.
yeah,
And then it
well,
mentioned-
probably
and
it
it
wanted to
mentioned the
do
cross.
something. It's like, you know, it can't.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I brought up,
cross.
you know, Jesus' protection. So it, I mean, whatever it was, we were protected. But it was like it was hissing, it was growling, it was like, I'm gonna get you guys, but I can't.
I was waiting for something insane to happen. Well, I mean, we did get some
Yeah.
insane stuff, but
Oh, dude! Just getting pulled in the darkness. You just running.
oh my
That
god.
would have been freaking terrible, bro. What happened to Alex? We don't know.
He said, "Go on without
He
it."
put down the well. I don't know.
Are you really coming?
I think you.
What's the matter?
Something literally just grabbed my hand.
Are you serious?
I swear to God.
I'll touch you.
Oh,
Oh, that was creepy.
Here.
2 people.
We see you.
So I remember doing that Estus method, and the reason why I looked so confused was because I was dazed and confused at one point because something had touched me, I thought it was Rochelle or Brandon coming to touch me as if like, hey, you know, like, even though we were doing the Estus method for a couple minutes, I thought they were just coming to touch me as like, hey, that was good stuff, you know, even though I didn't feel like anything happened during that time. But I thought they were coming to get me out of the Estus method, so that's why I took off my hood and my headphones and I was looking and I was like, because I was just so confused. I'm like, where the heck are they at this point, right? And they were just like, what, 7 to 8 feet away, maybe 10 feet away.
Yeah.
And that's when Michelle asked me like, oh, what's the matter? I was just so confused. I'm like, somebody literally just touched me as if like, hey, get out of the Estus method. And I thought it was Rochelle or Brandon. And then the second time you see me kind of do this with my arm because I felt something come and brush their fingers alongside, and I was, in my mind during that time, I'm like, something's touching me again. I know it's not Rochelle or Brandon because they would not come up. Well, I mean, Brandon would come up and, you know, do this to me. But, you know, I was just like pretty much shooing it away because I'm like, I know that's nobody real, so I just kept going. It's a warning. Forrest? No way.
Yes.
What? I heard that.
It's interesting that I say force and then you heard something.
Yeah, so during that footage, I had the camera that's recording right now, and out of all the footage, out of that 50 hours that we had, that scene right there was the only footage that was corrupted. When I was recording Brandon and Alex doing their Estus method, Rochelle was off to my left, and I had told her, you know, after we went and took a break that, you know, when Alex and I were down there doing our 15-minute challenge that we kept hearing hissing and stuff like that, and it was just insane. And I don't think she had heard the hissing during that time, but as she was to my left, that unexplained noise, even though I think it sounds like a click or something, like some shuffling or something, I can't remember what it was because that audio was so bad from that angle. What Rochelle and I heard sounded like something, it was like a snake, like a and it was the same hissing that we heard, but it was a lot louder, and that's why she kind of like backed up because, you know, she was freaking out during that time. It was pretty freaking insane, but that's what we heard for the unexplained noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come check this out.
No.
I got it.
Tell that's dumb.
Screw you.
So remember that part?
Yeah, when we were in the library, I think that's when Channing was like, she just sees like a white mist, and I swear I saw something under the couch just sitting there, like a little kid, just like staring right there. And then they said something down in the basement, I can't remember what it was, but that's when that REM part started going off, and the EMF was going off too in my hand, and that just freaked me out. And I was like, Derek, get up here.
Well, what's funny, so when he called me, I was freaking out because, you know, I thought he had just caught something just insane. So as I'm going up, I remember when I was coming from the basement and I was going to the library, something in my head was telling me not to look at the couch, right? And I didn't even look at the couch. I just kind of turned my head, just beelined it straight for the library because I had a feeling that there's something in there. And I went in there, and that's when he told me, like, oh, dude, I think I saw a child under there. And I was like, I did not, like, out of all the times when we were in that house, that was the only time I did not want to look at up underneath the couch. I was just scared during that time.
There's a kid, I mean, I don't know how many children are there. We got like a couple, I think, that came through, but there's a kid that likes the Hot Wheels, and we play with him. And then if you watch our live view,
Is it Henry?
yeah, Henry, he knocks them off of
He threw it.
the table.
Yeah.
Which is pretty insane. And
How many times did he do it? Two or three?
I think
2 times.
At least
Two
two
times?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that
One
was
of them we
crazy.
caught on camera.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, jeez.
It was a white.
Yeah, that's when she was talking about it. And we had the light on it. No.
That just shot from out where the kitchen bit is.
Wow.
Okay, so that white apparition was freaking nuts because I was going over footage with Brandon. Brandon was doing the main point of view camera. I was just going through all the other secondary cameras to help knock out some camera footage. And I remember, I'm just sitting at like hour 6 or so, and it was pretty dark, all that stuff, and then I just see this random white apparition light just show up, and I was trying to go through everything to try to debunk this, and I clipped it, I went to other camera angles that had like a car light shining through, and like flashlights and stuff like that. None of the lights that we saw matched that, so we couldn't explain what that was, but when Brandon got a hold of the footage, he actually went frame by frame and in super slow motion. We saw, it coming down. You could see like it looked like it had a tail, and then right before it shot up, it looks like two. It kind of looks like stick fingers, and it looks like it reaches up, and then all of a sudden it gets pulled up.
It's like this. I remember I was in the car and I got a call from you, and you're like, Alex, you're not gonna believe this. We got a ghost on camera. I was like, what? No way. He's like, yeah, dude, I'm trying to debunk this thing. I mean, we were just so stoked, and I remember when it showed, I was like, oh, that's Nuke's top 5 crap right there. I mean, we were pretty stoked about that.
Hopefully, Nuke's top 5 is watching this. Send this in.
I have cold chills. Jesus Christ. I have cold chills, and I thought I saw something.
Can't escape.
I don't want to look behind me.
Yeah, so for that one, I'll just make a quick little thing because we kind of went over a little bit, but out of the 50 hours of footage, this was the one section that was corrupted from Alex's Brandon Estus method all the way up until I ended recording. But that's where I swear I heard the hissing, and it was loud as heck, and I'm like, this camera definitely picked it up. And also, this was the one other time that when I looked down the hallway, because Rochelle was over in the chair, I was looking down, and I swear I could see this face peeking around this wooden pillar, right? And this big old black mass. It was like 7-8 feet tall, and I'm just like, I'm looking at this face, kind of like almost the same exact face that we caught in the Facebook live stream when we were down in the basement. So if you want to see that one, go check it out, because that was pretty creepy. But as I'm looking at it, I'm like, all right, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna look over here to the right. I'm gonna look at Brandon and Alex, and then I'm gonna go back. And as I went and looked back, that face and that black mask were completely gone. It was where I think you saw a shadow figure down that way.
Yeah, so when
you saw something.
But with that figure, when I was recording, when Derek and Channy were doing Estus method, I was standing where you were standing, filming, and I saw out of the corner of my eye a black figure, shadow, just go real quick. And the only lights that were on down there was they had some sort of like power box, and it had a green light, and that green light was solid the whole time. But when I looked down there, that's what I saw, the shadow figure go past, and that green light disappeared real quick, and then came back up.
Yeah, and I didn't know, but in that little corner down there where all of us kept seeing the giant shadow figures, is apparently a lot of men in that area, they see like dark apparitions back there, shadow figures, and that's one of the hot spots for, I guess, from the research that I've done, it only really affects men. That spot down there affects men the most, yeah. And that's where we kept seeing all the shadow figures, and that's where we heard the tapping, and that's when we heard shuffling coming towards, and that's when you're like, oh, it's getting closer.
That was a good impersonation of me.
Thanks, man. I've been practicing it.
In the mirror?
Yeah, that I fight.
Yeah.
Because I thought I saw a face down there, just like peeking around the corner, just looking at me. That's when you're like, what?
What? You not even hear that bang as well?
That was his head. No, that wasn't my head.
What?
Oh, I thought someone else
I thought
was up there.
yeah, we're all here. What the
Wes's reaction, what the?
Scared me, man. Freaking scared me.
That was nuts, because like I had just come out of Estus method, and so I was like a little bit out of it. That
Yeah,
Estus
you
method
and I both.
took it out of me. But,
Yeah.
And so I was there, and everyone came down, and then it sounded like a footstep or a big bang upstairs.
Yeah.
And
We were all
I just
downstairs.
thought that someone was coming down.
Yeah.
And so I was like, wait a second, everyone's down here.
Yeah.
And
That's why I reacted that way too. So like, when I was in the middle of talking, and when I heard that bang, I was like in the middle of talking, and Channy's like, oh no, you know, like kind of freaking out. And I was just like, and then that's when I was like, whoa, what the? We're all here, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, that was from above us, and you're like, oh, that was your head, you idiot. I'm like, it wasn't my head, you know. That's when it kind of kicked in
It's
for
like,
me as well.
you know, we all tried to like, no, that was that and that, you know. It's rare where we're like, oh, that wasn't any of us. Like we can't explain that. So whenever anything happens, we always try what's the logical explanation. But there's so many things that happen in this video and this investigation that we just can't explain.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. None of us were down there, so what the hell was that? Yeah. It's a ghost.
Yeah. There's a spirit.
Someone was sitting in that beanbag chair.
So, for a lot of you guys that don't know, Alex and I were in the same bed. We had Rochelle and Shanny over in one of the other beds, and Brandon and Wes were all in their own separate beds. But from the hours of 5 to 5:15, I guess that's where you're supposed to feel like the bed shaking. Some people have been pulled off the bed. So we wanted to go there between 5 and 5:15. We just laid there for about 15 minutes, and we put cat toys everywhere. And it just so happened that the bed, or the beanbag chair that was right in front of mine and Alex's bed, it just kept going off. And I just remember the first time I went off, I'm just like, who the hell's playing a freaking disco, you know, in here? Like, it felt like
I thought it was
going on.
or that. It felt like kind of like a
dark in
cop
there.
car, you know, because it was like that red and blue kind of light.
Yeah.
And we were like, what the? We're supposed to be here, you know.
And then I think it, like, after a couple of seconds, it kind of kicked in. We're like,
that's a freaking
yeah,
cat.
that's a
ball.
cat ball.
Yeah.
You can hear him.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
I'm like,
whose
literally
disco
like
is
this,
that right now?
Like this on the bed. I'm like,
And I saw it, I didn't want to believe it, because I was already freaked out in that bed.
and then I love your reaction where you're like, hey, cat toy's going off in here. Oh.
Dude, I swear, I think that door just moved. Turn that flashlight on. I'm pretty sure that door right there just moved.
what?
This one closest to us, Derek.
Dude, I kept seeing this one, just like
Maybe
slight.
push that yellow door on the left. You know what was weird? Because when I was sitting in that chair, I saw that door was moving too.
No, you were seeing the other one.
Was I?
Yeah, because I know it was confusing for me as well. But the door that you pointed at, it looked from my angle, it looked like that door was slightly shutting, and I think that was the same door that you and I saw was a far one away, and it was the one that you were seeing across from you that was closer to us.
Yeah.
Probably looked like your door was moving because the way.
Maybe,
like,
yeah.
just
And
how
it could have
the
been
angle,
just
yeah.
optical illusions
The
with
angle.
the lighting.
Yeah, but then there was like actual, like, you can hear the sound of
Well, yeah,
Well,
the
and
door
then,
actually
yeah,
moved.
well, and then the music box
Yeah,
was
the
constantly
music
going
box.
off. Something was, and no one was in front of it.
yeah.
So, and then it was like, it said done, and then nothing happened. And we're like, are you done?
Yeah.
And he was just crazy. That's the only way I can put it.
This night was freaking insane.
We are not at peace.
That breaks my heart.
We're not at peace.
Poor souls.
Well, that was the end of Conjuring House Part 3. Please go like, comment, subscribe on our videos. Go buy our merch. It's on the Facebook. Also on YouTube down in the description, we'll put a link down there for you guys to go over there, buy some stuff. Again, it helps us with future investigations by for us being able to buy equipment, being able to buy places. Until then,
go places that you guys want us to go to as well.
Yep.
So just help support us. We love you guys and we appreciate it.
Yep. Until then, paranormal is real. God exists. Jesus loves you. Always hold on to your faith. We hunt. We ride. We're the Ghost Riders.
It's beautiful, man. Catch you next time.